For not to, to cut up to this to a little sub series that I have been doing, or if you're new to this channel, well, first of all, welcome, and secondly, yeah, I would highly recommend that you go back to part one to catch up with the rest. So, yeah, with that being said, though, what if you were still here and still watching this content? Thank you very much, and of course, enjoy the ride as I go and take a look at three more flicks in the DC animated universe. So, up next in our list of DC animated movies, that is about yay long, is Justice League vs. Teen Titans. And I will admit, this movie surprised me on a lot of levels that I didn't think ever. And that's mainly because, well, it has a updated the look to the Teen Titans. The Teen Titans that I grew up with, obviously, the one in Cartoon Network and not Teen Titans Go. Basically, the original Teen Titans that was on Cartoon Network and ran for about quite a bit. And that was actually my only impression of Teen Titans as far as I was concerned. Like, I never got into the comics or anything, but I thought the animated series was pretty good. So, to see, this version of the Teen Titans, not expecting anything more or less. So, like, I had a feeling that I was going to be in for something. And basically, after the latest battle, and yes, spoiler territory by the way, though, then again, I've been spoiling the last few DC animated movies for a while, so got no excuse. Sorry. After the latest mission that had Damian go a little bit overboard, can't remember what it was. Basically, Damian gets sent off to go and work with the Teen Titans. And of course, like the prodigy son of the Batman that he is, Damian is not a fan of this idea and believes that he should be hanging with the League. Which, by the way, smart move if you know what's coming next. Of course, you have the Teen Titan members such as Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Blue Beetle. And then you have Nightwing, who was also a one of the oldest members of the Teen Titans, which, by the way, I am still kind of liking the whole thing where at least it's Dick Grayson who's being around Damian the most, and you can kind of see you can kind of see the more times that Dick Grayson is around Damian, you can start to kind of see a sibling-like relationship blossoming. Although I don't remember if it's just one scene that has those two hanging out, or if it's just but overall, it's definitely one of those movies where it's gonna grab you by multiple different surprises, and you had to kind of like carefully pay attention to certain details some as far as the main plot goes. So so one day while training very more okay, it's actually more like challenging the Scarab on Blue Beetle's back. Damien kind of goes a little overboard on the insults and basically gets his face fried. And Raven is basically tending to Damien's wounds. Then it kind of reveals a little bit of the plot. And that plot is going to revolve around one of the big villains of the DC universe. But we'll get back to it in a minute. So, one of the so as time does progress forward, you do start to notice that Damien has been eyeing on Raven a lot. Not because he's not a teenager with all these new hormones and whatnot. Oh no. That comes later, where he actually he keeps an eye on her because he suspects that after what Raven did, Raven is probably suspect of something. But and definitely at some point in the middle comes one of the best scenes in my opinion of said movie, which is basically where the Teen Titans go off to this carnival to have a good time. And yeah, you can definitely tell Beast Boy, Blue Beetle are having one heck of an amazing time. Well, Damien and Raven are definitely getting set up in a lot of ways that are basically having the shippers scream, "Please make a cannon." Yeah, and eventually it does get to a scene where Beast Boy is dominating this one DDR game that has this ginormous screen, which I have to admit, for a game like that is freaking obnoxious. Like, holy crap. Like, yeah, either you're on, either that game is on tour or something. Like, God. Like, and apparently, all bets are on, as Damon's like, yeah, I can take him, but I'm a definite quick study at these kind of things. And I have to admit, the fact that Damien actually kinda has that mentality, to quickly learn how to play something as simple as like a DDR game. Oh boy, and it's actually kind of funny to see Beast Boy getting tuckered up by someone who actually in a weird way of saying has more athletic ability. And no, this is not me blowing smoke out Beast Boy or anything. Far from it. Beast Boy is definitely a fun character. But, obviously, one of the big complaints about the scene is that Damien should have lost first, and that Damien should have had a rematch and nailed it the second time. But, in my case, I think it's good either way. However, during said this sequence, we start getting more, and when I say hints, I mean like more subtlety, for what's to come. Which Raven, in the middle of all this, gets called out by her brothers. Which, in this case, you start to realize who the big villain is, if you're the big DC fan. Which, I'm not going to claim I am, but I at least try to. So, yeah. The whole big meeting with Raven's brothers was basically just basically announcing that yep, Trigon is coming back, and they give out their usual spiel like, this is inevitable, for where he will come either way, and yada yada. But when Raven does refuse to like join up with them, because apparently Trigon likes Raven the most, because hey, your daddy's a little girl, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, the Raven brothers eventually do crash a party at the carnival, and it does take long for the Teen Titans to get revved up and ready to go. As for Damian, on the other hand, he actually had to go and grab his sword that he left in the car, which I had to admit, it's really kind of hilarious that Damian was so prepared for something like this to happen. And I mean, sometimes skepticism is one good thing to have, but at the same time, being not really prepared can lead to others questioning what the heck are you doing. Regardless, and without a second thought or trace, the Teen Titans defeat Raven's brothers, and now the suspicion comes out to play. As even Starfire begins to wonder what the heck is Raven hiding. So Raven does tell her side of the story on what her life has been. Because hey, she can't hide it no more. So therefore, let's hear it. So, but the secret's out, and now the Teen Titans were now wondering, well, what the heck do we do now? What? And of course, they head back to the Titans Tower, and one of these small build-ups to what this movie, which is basically the Justice League getting hit by Trigon's mind control, which obviously should have been picked up on, but what do we know? Which has Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and the Batman getting taken over. As for who gets mind control. Wait, is it Batman? Oh, no. Never mind. That comes up in this scene. The Justice League are now freaking aware of what's going on, and they like to take Raven in. And out of all members of the Teen Titans, it's Damian who stands up to her and says otherwise. And you might want to saddle in because we're gonna have a Teen Titans vs Justice League fight. While Batman basically knocks himself out in order to prevent being mind controlled by Trigon. However, where Wonder Woman, Flash, and Superman proved to be quite much. And eventually, one of the possessed Justice League gets the better of the Teen Titans. Yep, it is. Oh yeah, I forgot there's Cyborg. Oh my gosh, because Cyborg was definitely there too. Anyways, Raven finally says that she'll go and perform said ritual to what relates Trigon. So yeah, yeah, and now with some. So yeah, eventually, yeah, the Teen Titans now will realize that they're kind of on their own, and this is probably their very first big mission as a team. And it's up to the Teen Titans, with the assistance of Cyborg, of course, because, hey, at least for their first debut movie, of course Cyborg had to be there. So, yeah. And, of course, like the son of the Batman he is, Damian already has a plan on how to handle Superman. And it goes gloriously and swimmingly. Yeah. So, yeah. Eventually the Teen Titans go to where Raven's at, and by the time they get there, it's too late. But the Justice League are at least no longer being possessed by Trigon. The Justice League we're now left to deal with Trigon, or at least try to stop him by all means. So Raven does entertain the idea that not entertain, but gives the idea that there is a way to stop this, but we gotta go to freaking hell. But holy crap! But if you were watching this, so upon your first viewing, you can definitely see the animation for this went completely wild. There is a lot of freaky creatures in there. So yeah, the Teen Titans, as they do, fight their way up to where they need to go to, which is apparently some spire, or that should that lead to this diamond. Red diamond-like thing. I don't know if it's a diamond or a ruby or whatever. Regardless, it's a spire that leads to it. And of course, gotta keep Raven safe by all costs, which Damian has no problem with. As Damian has a sword in hand and basically slices everything. Eventually, both Raven and Robin make it on top, and Raven's now doing everything that she can to put Trigon away before Trigon can do any more damage. And hey, this is the first time the Justice League have faced anything this big and insane. If Darkseid wasn't enough. So basically, this is basically the Devil's Darkseid, only not, and has 4 eyes. Anyways, while this is happening, and the Raven that is left to her own devices, that Robin would actually be confronted by some old demon from the past of his, which is Ra's al Ghul, which, mind you, I did not see it coming. When I first saw it, of course they're gonna pull something. It's literally hell. Of course they're gonna try and persuade Damian to not have Raven go through with it. But to pull out a Ra's al Ghul card, that actually must have hit kind of close to home. In some ways. And because Damian grew as a character, which, mind you, yes, if you have paid attention up to this point on the previous movies that had Damian in it, the small snippets of well, might be able to gather that yeah, Damien has grown as an individual and is no longer what his grandfather would want him to be. Like for example, back in the carnival scene, when Damien got a freaking bunch of tickets and got himself a glowing sword, he instead gave that the sword to a kid that looked like wanted it. But yeah, 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 yeah. And of course, to hear Damien say, yeah, I'm a titan, as he beats Ra's al Ghul is probably the best scenes by Damien that I could have ever pictured. And hey, as I am saying this now, I'm actually picturing the entire scene in my head again. Like so. So eventually, Ra's al Ghul gets pulled up by a wall of hands and is never seen from again. At least without his body, because hey, his head gets hacked off by good old Damien right there. Eventually, Raven does manage to get Trigon back into this small red ruby like crystal. But and and at first she tells the Titans that she's got to stick around here because someone needs to keep an eye on him. However, it's Damien who convinces Raven that no, here is something that a famous poet said. You're gonna stick around with us. So you've come this far, so come on, why not? And it's Damien's words that actually got through to Raven. We've not said with the ending that basically has the Teen Titans enjoying the pizza party, featuring Cyborg, who did help him, who did assist him in the battle, boom tube style. And a Trigon who is now incredibly mad that he lost. Now that Trigon's basically up on Raven's head now. But yeah, as always, the movie is so freaking amazing with its animation, great fight scenes, and I especially loved it when they went to hell and things got experimental. Like you can't not imagine exactly how the creatures from said location would look. So trying to imagine the most worst abominations must have been a challenge. So with that being said, I definitely would watch it again in the near future. Or at least it's a movie I know I will watch it again in the near future. So yeah, onward to the next movie at hand, which basically now has the grand debut of another great team. Speaking of. So funny thing that I did my best to sit through and watch it, and even after rewatch it as recently, I still can't remember what happened. Maybe it's because I have done all I can to binge watch all these movies in one sitting, but I will definitely do my best to describe Justice League Dark. Like I said, it is basically the tribute to a lot of the more new heroes, such as John Constantine, Satana, Swamp Thing, and a lot the more members of this newfound Justice League Dark team. I'm sorry to say that I do not know the plot well, except that for one, Batman's involved, so hey, having Batman in a movie is always a plus. And for what I can remember, it has got the best of John Constantine, the best of, well, pretty much everyone in this movie involved. Obviously, the animation is great, and I'm sorry to say, I have completely spaced out on what the plot was. Like, not that that was bad or anything. No, far from it. I just really had a hard time following it because a lot of things were happening, and in a weird, long story short, it felt like one of the most complicated games of Dungeons and Dragons I have ever seen. Maybe it's because I don't understand how John Constantine's world works, but the frick do I know? But that doesn't mean this movie's terrible. Far from it. As a matter of fact, I would definitely recommend giving it a watch again if you think you can understand the movie better than I could. So, with that being said, yep, I definitely would give this movie a watch, at least again, if anything else. And yeah, this movie might require more than one viewing. So, fair warning. So, yeah, it's a really good movie. Yeah, trust me, I say that there was a lot of amazing things that happened. Except that I do at least I remember this one scene where fate or death or whatever the heck its name is. So basically, these Grim Reapers actually get acknowledged that Batman should have died multiple times. But somehow this man has cheated death more times than they can count. And it's actually kind of cool to see Batman scare those Grim Reaper spirits off. Which I have to admit, it is actually kind of fun to see. So yeah. Without anything else, unfortunately, that is all I kind of have to say about this movie in general, because, like I said, I've watched it at least more than once, and I still don't get it. Yeah, but hey, again, maybe you guys can tell me about the plot of this movie better than I could. Or at least better than what I probably would have thought of, but yeah. So, onward to the next movie, which, in my opinion, actually gets way better from here, which leads us to our sequel from the last Teen Titans movie. Good old Teen Titans Judas Contract. It is actually, freaking amazing. First off, we got Nightwing and more often for hanging out with the team. And apparently, according to what I know of the Teen Titans, Brother Blood is now a big factor in this movie. And yep, it gets crazier. At least I imagine it does. I don't see how it can't get any more or crazier. So yeah, it actually does start off with a flashback, which dates back to the days when Dick Grayson is still Robin himself, and we have other Teen Titans. Other than Beast Boy, from I can't remember. What is it? There's Kid Flash, and sorry, I don't remember. Well, what's her face? Sit right there. Like I had it memorized, but oh my gosh, yeah, I'm not forgetting names on purpose. From what I can't tell you, at least not on purpose. And heck, it actually shows that a Starfire who is still relatively new because if you remember from how she was first introduced to Teen Titans, she basically casts someone and basically knows the language. So that's how you want to know what it's. So basically, Starfire now just getting into what Earth that with a little bit of humor sprinkled in here and there, with the new sorry, you can probably just say the Teen Titans as of now, with the now more Nightwing, and of course a new addition to the team, Terra. They are we're trying to stop Brother Blood from whatever he's planning. Woo! And the Judas contract. While I have not read this comic, obviously, and in my opinion, actually does stand on its own regardless. It actually does get the fun and more areas at one. Like, how after we're a set fight, you actually get to see how the Teen Titans go about their day as a team. Like, for one, Beast Boy trying to win the very rock hard heart of Terra, while let good old Dick Grayson asks Starfire out of the blue in the middle of a mission for her to basically live with him in what I want to think is Bloodhaven. Oh, sorry. My foot basically hit something. Anyways, so far we've got the Brother Blood. We got the Nightwing and Starfire right now while living together. Well, heck, in one of the and one of the more chilled out scenes of the Teen Titans. So when Robin was gonna go out on patrol, Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne actually have a small conversation, which I have to admit it is actually kind of fun to basically see Dick Grayson be like, do you ever, basically asking Damian, does he ever take the suit off? And Damian's like, only when he pays. And just the whole banter itself is kind of amazing, and it definitely, definitely, you can definitely tell from how these two are becoming closer and closer like brothers. It's because so when Damian wants to go on patrol, Dick doesn't demand answers why. He's just taking an interest, which I have to admit it is definitely an amazing change of, or at least I imagine it's a great change of pace for Damian in this case. With that being said, we also have a surprise character in this movie, which we will get to when we get to it. And as for Blue Beetle, yes, he is still part of the Teen Titans, and whatnot. He's actually trying to live out a normal life, or at least as normal as one can get, anyways. However, it doesn't help that his papa is freaking very I mean, it's only because of the Scarab that he's just not a fan of. But so what good old the Blue Beetle decides to get himself into volunteering at this shelter, food center. I don't know what to call it. However, one by one, the Teen Titans have been taken for mysterious reasons. And we get our first prime example as to how one character disappears. With good old Damian Wayne following Tara into the middle of the streets, and eventually on top of and eventually on rooftops, which Tara, definitely suspected as much of being followed. And we actually got to see Damian try to be an understanding individual to Tara, which in this case was just well, apparently all for naught, as Deathstroke, who now makes his appearance, and the two seemed kinda evenly matched as such, but it's Tara who turns things around as she uses her powers to capture Damian. And in all honesty, I was not expecting that at all. So yeah, so the movie does progress. So more and more members of the Teen Titans do get captured. At least in no ways that we probably haven't seen. And where do they get taken to? Why, Brother Blood, of course. Because this is a Teen Titans movie, of course Nightwing is doing his best to figure out what Brother Blood is all about. And so far, it felt like it felt zilch nada. So with that being said though, we got a subplot romance that's probably not going to go anywhere, or at least until it gets confirmed. When Beast Boy and Tara finally hit it off. The big, however, though, is that Deathstroke was kind of telling Tara what to do. But oh yeah, and definitely in the middle of this, before everyone gets nabbed, or at least after Damian gets nabbed anyway. Yet apparently there was this big party for Tara. And you can definitely see conflict in Tara as the movie does progress. She finally is starting to feel like she belongs, but hey, a plan's a plan. Eventually it does come down to the big climactic big climactic moment where Tara and Deathstroke are now taking members of the Teen Titans one by one, and unfortunately, they could not have seen it coming because of reasons. And in the case of Nightwing, however, he is the only member of the Teen Titans that managed to escape. So hey, good on him. And Nightwing finally discovers the plot, or at least where the plot is, and heads off. Meanwhile, Brother Blood actually has at least 90% of the Teen Titans ready for his grand master plan to become this immortalized being, or whatever the heck he said. But they're short on one Teen Titan member. But, so, well, without a second thought, Terra is basically put up for display as well. And Deathstroke, obviously, Deathstroke does not see a problem with this. So, yeah. We were led to believe that Terra was gonna be by Deathstroke's side for this entire movie until, nope, it gets flipped around. And eventually, Nightwing comes to save the Teen Titans in a grand spectacle. As the Teen Titans eventually do get freed by Nightwing himself, and it turns into this huge, colossal fight between Brother Blood and his goons versus the Teen Titans. Or at least in this case, a newly fully powered, developed Brother Blood, who now basically has the powers of the Teen Titans. And it actually does get interesting as the fight progresses. Eventually, we even get a smaller fight with Nightwing and Robin fighting Deathstroke, which I have to admit, that is a fight that I freaking like. That is another fight that I would definitely say is another fight that I most freaking love. And that's probably because my Batman family bias is showing, but can you blame me? So, but eventually, the fight does come to an end. Brother Blood and his cult were vanquished, along with Deathstroke, which I think, this is the... Actually, this is the last time we see Deathstroke again, but at the expense of Terra. And eventually we are led to an ending which has Beast Boy on some podcast with some celebrity, I think. I don't know if it's an actual celebrity or not, but it is what it is. Eventually, we get to see that, hey, someone new was recruited, and it's a Wonder Girl. But, and apparently, Raven found this dog and decided to give it said dog to what Damian as a gift, which I gotta admit, it's kind of cute. But it's kind of out of nowhere. But hey, you do you. And that is about as much as the movie I can definitely discuss at the top of my head. So overall, amazing story. And if it was supposed to be, based on the comics, well, I don't know. Well, maybe it's just because I haven't read the comic version of Judas Contract before. But in my opinion, it definitely holds up as one of the as a great adaptation from said comic. Granted, I know for a fact that there's a lot more Teen Titans members out there, but hey. Oh and I definitely almost forgot. The good old the Blue Beetle finally manages to get everything good. As well as finally getting his what I assume is his father's approval that hey, he's still just as human as his family is. Overall, again, this movie just fascinating. And hey, we may not have a Cyborg who return to the Teen Titans, but hey, we still had fun while watching it. Well, I had fun watching it anyways. And this is definitely the last time we see the Teen Titans like this, at least until later in a certain movie that we will definitely get to in the near future, cause holy crap, but it is too big of a beast of its own that it actually might get its own video. So with that being said, that is my thoughts and review based skills on Justice League vs. Teen Titans, Justice League Get Dark, even though it was barely anything at all, and of course the good old Teen Titans Judas Contract. With that being said, I am Axel Stanley, and with still some more movies to cover from this universe, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you will definitely. Sorry, allow me to do this right. I hope you will definitely stick around for the journey. Please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell, share this content with your friends, and of course, let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and stuff like that. So, and yep. With that being said, I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Whatever it may be. Anyways, see ya.